This is the new campaign for Total Victory. It's the Rommel's first offensive, North Africa 1941. And it's called the Operation Sonnenblum historically. So welcome. I am Victor's Wargaming. Welcome to the channel. If you like war games, real-time tactics, RTS, grand strategy, and military sims, this is the place for you in YouTube. So make sure to subscribe. So this is the new campaign. If you have been following my channel before, you already know that I have made the scenario here for the Blitzkrieg with the Soviets and the Germans. And now we have here the theater of North Africa, which is amazing. It goes from March 24th, 1941 to December 29th, 1941. So we have plenty of room here. We can see here a map where it is showing us a little bit of the strategy employed by Rommel to take Tobruk. The German Africa Corps was formed under Rommel, and Rommel chose to ignore his restrictive orders because this was a defensive blocking force to prevent the access to collapsing North Africa, and he noticed the weaknesses of the British forces because they were in an overextended position. So he launched a daring offensive that completely took the British by surprise. And his goal was to capture Tobruk to set up a supply base for his future advances. Okay, so if we hit start, we can see a description here. And we can hit start in here. You can see the tutorials that I have, small tutorial tips that I have made. You can check it on the channel. So here we have the Mediterranean Sea and Libya and Egypt here, Cyrenaica. This is possibly the most crucial part of the map in this Operation Sonnenblum. So what I'm going to be doing here, we're going to play very slowly. I like to play slow. Here we have the German command. We have Italian units as well, as you can see the counters here. This looks pretty much as Hex of Steel. For those that know my channel, you know that I love that game. The wargame of Hex of Steel is one of the best wargames, hex-based, that you can find nowadays. So yeah, and yeah, we have the Italian forces. We have the Germans here. We have here a flak regiment, which is an AA, an anti-air, and we have some aircraft and panzer divisions, with also including the armored divisions of the Italians. You have the minimap here, and so let me show you. I'm going to read there's a PDF. I'm right now reading the PDF here. Talking about the scale here, the scale of strength attribute of the forces, the land strength is equals to 100 soldiers. The air strength is one operation frontline combat aircraft, and the naval units are one capital ship or 2 to 8 smaller ships like cruisers, destroyers, or submarines. So division is 10,000 to 20,000 soldiers, 10K to 20K. Brigade is 3K to 5K, and battalion is 1K soldiers. All of this information you can find it on the PDF, and you can stack 12 surface and carrier naval units in a sea hex, unlimited in port, and 4 submarine naval units can be stacked in a sea hex. And in terms of land units, you have 6 land units that can be stacked with a maximum of 600 strength limit. Here, in terms of that, this is very important in a war game, because with that we can understand. Let me just click the whole fleet here. The whole fleet here is in port, and again, if you are in port, you can stack all over whatever amount of divisions here. And I think this is the first time that we are able to interact with these naval forces in Total Victory. This is a motorized division, as you can see. You can click here and you're going to see the small pixel art, which I like. I talked about this in previous videos of the same title. So yeah, it's pretty nice. You can see that here we have, this is the number 100. It's not in its maximum strength. It's 100 of 120. This are the move points. Okay. You can see that you can also place commanders and stuff. This is the experience. This is an infantry division. Okay. Readiness is basically the morale. So let's, for example, this motorized thing, you can see this button here, that this is basically embark unit to a transport. So you would place this motorized division on the fleet here. Okay. Plenty of options here. This is the amount of naval transports that we have. Then we have here in the German command. Let me see if I can find that on the German command. Talking about commanders in German command, I'm trying to find the entry on the manual. But I can find it. So here we have the Africa. This is the Africa German aircraft division. If you click this thing here, you can basically make them disappear. So you can hide your units here. You can show the supply over here. The land units can disappear if you click here. You can hide them. Okay, so this thing here is the production. So we see here plenty of units that are going to be able to be deployed in 10 turns, 13 turns, so on and so forth. Here we have operations. That cost action cost to activate the operation, it's 120. And there are action points here. This is the cost in money, and this is the cost in action points, I believe, for each of the countries you can choose here. You can change the country. Let's see. Here you have a help file as well, so you can also click here the rule book, and it's going to redirect you to the PDF, so you can see it in your browser. Okay. Victory points. These are the victory points that we can see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and they have 7, 8, 9, and we have 1, 2, 3. So the whole thing is that we have 70 turns to get 7 points, 7 victory points. So it's going to be like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 to Bardia, and they will be left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the point of the crucial point is going to be Tobruk and Bardia. So if we manage to take to take 7, this means that they are going to be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They are going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's the whole situation here. Here you can end the turn. Options and stuff. I think you can save the game nowadays with this new demo. Here is the deployment. We cannot deploy. Here we have the commanders. Here we have Rommel. He is in charge of this, the Panzer Africa Corps over here. Also, you can see that we have Italo Garibaldi. Italo Garibaldi is located over here as well. We have Rodolfo Graziani that is not actually on the field. These are the battles, reports, 16 industry points produced and 1 oil used for unit upkeep. We have very high manpower pool and very high oil reserves. Locations here, the German command is located over here. The forces, this is a list of forces, including the enemy forces. So they have much more, as you can see, much more land units than us. They have, well, we're pretty good, pretty standard in terms of air. They have air superiority. Sorry, we have air superiority, because if we do the total in between these two, we have the air superiority, and we're very similar in terms of naval units. So here we can see the list of the units, the victory conditions. They have 9, we have 3. Losses, achievements, and notes. Fantastic. Okay. War panel, declare war, force negotiation, and partitions. What is the possibility of partitions in here? And also we have research here for weapons, rifles, machine guns, small anti-tank weapons, and squad coordination. Okay. So I'm going to be doing different videos from this scenario. It's not going to be just one. So stay tuned if you want to see the continuation of this, I'm going to go very, very slow. So the first thing that I'm going to do, just logistical stuff, you know. Let us bring these troops. We're going to move here. You can see that we have 100 and 110, which is land units they have a maximum of stack of 600 or 6 units per hex. Okay, I cannot do that. It's just one, so there's no enough transports to load this unit. How many transports do we have here? There's 1 destroyers, cruisers. Okay. So we'll bring these troops. This is a coastal artillery. It's just a defensive one. So we're going to move our troops in here. Let's move them here. And let's bring them in this port. There's a port in here, I believe. This thing here. No, there's no port. We can see a port here. This is a port. Port size. Yeah. So here we don't have a port. However, I think we can bring these guys over here. Each point of unit maximum strength require 1 landing craft to disembark. So I think we'll have to move these troops. I don't know. I'm not sure. So we didn't have space here, I think. If I choose this, yeah, I will have to wait. So let's bring the maximum units in a hex is 3. Weird. So I'm gonna bring this one here. And we advance these troops over here through the road. This is the destroyer division. So we move all of those. Great, fantastic. So now, I think assign to a headquarters. Let's assign the Italians. Let me assign this one. If there is a position, I don't think so. So we end the turn here. Okay. So now, how come we're going to take... So it seems that it's not going to be possible to take them here. One landing craft to disembark, but where's the landing craft? So we cannot make them disembark only in ports. Very interesting. What if I move this here? And okay, it's not going to be possible. Let's send them there. We have more air in here. So we advance. Okay, let's get because there's no port in here, I think we cannot unload those troops. Let's group them all here. Let us send. We have a bombarder, 2 fighters. So let us send the 3 of them. Let's see if I can do it here. No, it's not possible. Okay, let's end the turn. We can attack here, but I'm not attacking them yet. What was that? Okay, we just wait for this troops here. And okay, let's just do a recon here. We see an enemy force here. Interesting. I think we can attack this. So we can start naval combat there. So let's add one of these guys here. If it's possible, no, they can't. We have already here 180. Interesting. So this here. Okay, so motorized division. Let's place it here. And we cannot go there. 3, 2. There we go. And bring them back. Okay, let me see about disembark here. What are the rules of disembark? Landing craft are consumed when a land unit disembarks from a fleet to a hex without a port. They are expended when used. Okay, so naval units show the combined strength points of all ships in the fleet and movement. Players may move all or some of the units in a counter. Land counters may embark, move across the sea, and disembark at a coast or port. So if we see what is a coast? Well, the only place that you can disembark is in coastal land or coastal water or in a port. You cannot disembark in land. So coastal land and coastal water. So why we can't do that here? This is waterland. Land, this is land, waterland, coastal water. Okay. This one here is coastal water. But I can't, for some reason. Each point of unit maximum strength requires one landing craft to disembark. So we have a landing craft here. Which one is the landing craft? Let's see here in production, 7 turns. Do we have here? There's no units available to build in this category. Okay, I'm a little bit confused on how, according to the manual, it says coastal land or coastal waters. Land units may disembark to enemy coastal hexes using landing craft. But what is the landing craft? Players can disembark some or all units to a coastal hex or port as long as they obey the stacking rules and have enough transports and landing craft. Okay. When they disembark on a coast, the fleet uses all its movement points. So that means the landing craft allows land units to disembark on a hex without port or invade a hex. But I think that we don't have landing crafts in here. Interesting. So that's why. Because we don't have landing crafts, okay, I assume that this one, we have this unit selected here, okay. I assume that because we don't have a landing craft, we only disembark on a port, okay. So that'll do. We will need to capture this port for us to be able to disembark that, because we don't have the transport. So that makes sense. Now we have 3 here, 3 here, 3, and 3. Just in here we have a motorized and a panzer division here. So let's bombard. First of all, let me see if I can choose this thing here. And if this is an anti-air, we cannot use it to blow. It's not artillery, so this is a garrison. So it's very weak, this one here. And this one has the General Rommel here. So we're going to advance with troops with the 27th Infantry Division of Italy, 17th Infantry Division of Pavia, and the 132 Armored Division, plus the 200th Motorized German Division and the 21st Panzer Division. We're going to advance here. Still, we don't know what is in there. So let's bring this here. And I will this motorized regiment and this motorized division plus Italo Garibaldi are going to be here. And then we have this one at the back of our line. So there we go. Great. So now we bring this one here. We're in turn number 5. Very nice, very good. We bring Garibaldi here. Still don't know what's happening here. So not enough points, sadly. Okay. So let's do recon by fire. Now, because they have also here troops, aircraft, they have done some, we have some losses here. So we bring, you can still attack this. Now let me check recon. Okay, reconnaissance. Air units have a reconnaissance range of 9 hexes to reveal land unit information. Land units have a range of 1 hex. So because we have air here, I believe that we will be able to do recon, attack production, attack land. Let's see. Okay, this was a misclick. So I would love to move the tanks in here. And all of the infantry here. Including this. So we can attack with all of these guys here. But we will wait. We can see that there's an armored division, the second armored division, which is not so powerful. So let's end the turn. They're retreating. Are they retreating? I think so. Second armored division. They retreat. Let's see. We have the reports of forces. How many losses? They lost 15 tanks. I think this is because of the bombardments. Okay. Units. Losses. Current turn losses. We don't have any losses. I think this is the city, right? We have a production here. Very high oil and very high manpower. 5 turns to be able to get this tank destroyer. It's basically artillery, and 8 turns for the next panzer division. Okay. So let's bombard here. With our airplanes. So this one here is a garrison. That's the thing. This is the garrison. This one here is an infantry and armor. Here we have motorized regiment. No, okay, we need to exchange this motorized regiment for the garrison. The Italian garrison. So the Italian garrison goes here. This motorized regiment goes here. And now Garibaldi moves in here just with the Italian motorized unit and Garibaldi. Good. Okay, now we can follow. We have the German garrison with Rommel. I'm thinking about if this is this the actual, let's say, this one here is Mersa Braga, so we took that. This one here is the other one. So let's take let's take with this one. This one can move, yeah, of course. This one has infantry, okay. Let's see. The whole Italian brigade is this one. And here we have another Italian brigade plus the German one. German division. Okay. Let us cut. Do we have a port in here? No, we still don't have, but I can cut this thing here. So then this guy don't have any supplies. And now we move the Italians here. And this one here. Finally, Rommel will take this. And I'm pretty sure that with this, we're going to be able to destroy them. I don't know if it's possible to do this. No. Not possible. So let's do that. Okay, let's see how many losses we had. 8. And Italy had 14. But they had a 64 losses for their tanks. I think I can do it again. And again. And again. And that's it. Let's see how many losses. 26, 33, and 88. So it was good. Excellent. We're getting supplies here. So I will have to move my troops down here to regain strength. Unless we gained... yeah. That'll be here. So if I attack this one here... Let's bring... Okay, we have an enemy here. Evade, raid, patrol, intercept. May attack on your turn and intercept on enemy turn. Let's do that. Let's see. Okay, we have supplies here. That's good. For turns for the deployment. Okay, let's destroy this. With no avail. Let's see. Okay, this is turn number 7. Let's end the turn. This here is the garrison. We have here 27 unit reinforces and upgrades. Okay. We got reinforcements 21. It was not too much. 30 of 30, 74 of 100, 84 of 120. Okay. We still need to capture this port if we want to unload these troops. We're in turn number 8. So at this point, they think that we're going to send our aircraft here. This here is a coastal water. Still, I'm stubborn and I want to unload them here, but you cannot because you need the adequate transport unit to do that. Okay, here we have 84 as I mentioned before. Let's end the turn and let's see 5 manpower. And that means that we have still 84 here. So we're not regaining too much of the troops here. Look at this one, 22. Is this because we're not in an airfield or something? I don't think so. Okay. Then we can see 7, 8. Let's send them here. Perhaps this is going to be better for them. This one is in a hex. Number of the hex 7. Okay. Let's go. So this means that now we have... So we're stuck. 74. So I can say high reinforcement priority here. Let's see if that works. $73, $74. Take a look. Is this working? I'm gonna send one more turn, I think. For some reason it's not working. The strength is not getting up. Okay, so let's take our Italian grouping here and our German troops here directly here. Let's end the turn. We have very low oil reserve. That is here. Oh, let's see. Because of, I think this is because of the oil reserve or something like that. We didn't have supply here. Take that into account. So I will have to take Benghazi now. We need the 7th Motorized Regiment plus the 16th Infantry Division. Okay, so we are going to wait another turn. Look what we have here. Enemies. So what if I take all of this? and do an intercept. Okay. Now, let's bring troops here. I cannot reach here, sadly. And the Germans take this. Great. Next turn. Actually, I can send these guys here and disembark. But we have these guys occupying this area, so now we can talk about that. There you go. And it consumed that, even though it's in port. Very interesting. Okay, now we can definitely move with our command here. We're turn number 11, so we end the turn. So we're doing good. So this thing will create a counter that will become a transport. Fantastic. Okay. So we are in a good position in Benghazi here. Let's see. Still, we don't have any supplies going. Let's move this guys here. Oops. Okay, let's see. We're going to attack here. May attack, does not intercept on enemy turn. May attack, attacks enemy convoys, may not attack. Okay, let's attack this. Okay, for some reason, if I see the losses here, Italy losses 1. Okay, we're losing here. That's sad. This is not... I think these are submarines. Oh, that's the reason. These guys here are submarines. That's what they are. So, let's end the turn. Okay, this is not a submarine, I believe. But we have very, very low readiness. Let's send all of them here. And we're going to go... This is okay. We're good here. So now... bring the planes here. The troops here. I think we have enough. Yeah, we have supplies here. So we're getting supplies. Perfect. Okay, this one here will go here, but you cannot stack with allies. Okay. Okay. You cannot stack with allies. So if I'm not going to stack with allies, I can still use the motorized unit here. Push it here. And this one here. So Garibaldi will stay here. And we're going to push here. And Garibaldi will stay in Soluh. Okay, great. Let's just wait another turn so we can consolidate. Here we are. This here. We can send... Just wait. Let's see if we can shoot at this one. They have support. That's okay. And let's send these guys here. One more turn. Great, now we have oil reserves very high. Let's see. Now I can deploy this and this, but we're going to wait. Hopefully we're going to be able to deploy this in Benghazi, which is going to be fantastic. Okay, let's advance here. Lines. This is the infantry division of Italy and motorized division. So we bring, let's see, we need we need to move here, bring all of those troops here, and Rommel will stay here, whilst Garibaldi will stay in Zuluch. Okay, we are not moving these troops. It's enough with this. I can use, I don't need the garrison, but I can use this one. Send it here. Why not? So then Rommel will be alone in here, which is not bad. And yeah, I think we're fantastic here. So we could move here, or we could try to reach Tamimi. So this is going to cut the situation, but we will be able to, but we will have to move through the desert here, which is not going to be easy. So we will have to think about this. Now, supplies and stuff, 13. We have gained another victory point here. We can deploy the tank destroyers and another panzer division in the next turn. So I think we're doing fantastic here. Let's advance more in tanks. This is going to give a bonus of +3 tanks. So yeah. Okay. This was Victus. See you in the next one.